Today, Daily Amazement is pumped up to show you animals behaving like humans. Are they more human than animal, or more animal than human? Let's take a look. Meet Ambam, a western lowland gorilla at Port Lympne Reserve in England, who became famous for walking upright on his hind legs, just as we do. In footage that went viral, Ambam is seen swaggering across his enclosure bipedally, hands at his sides. Zookeepers say he likely stands up to see over walls and carry food in his arms, a behavior that intriguingly mirrors early human evolution theories. While gorillas and chimps can stand briefly, Ambam's full-on power walk is extraordinary. He may have learned it by copying humans, his father was a pet who did the same, or it could just be Ambam's quirky personality. Either way, watching this great ape casually amble on two legs, almost as if he's headed to work, is a jaw-dropping reminder of our close kinship. In the forests of Borneo, an orangutan was filmed using a handsaw to cut a tree branch in half, astonishing researchers. This female orangutan had apparently observed nearby humans using tools and decided to give it a go herself. In the clip, she holds the saw handle and draws the blade back and forth with expert rhythm, using her feet to brace the branch like a vice, even sweeping away sawdust periodically as she works. Orangutans are highly intelligent, and in fact, decades ago, a rehabilitated orangutan first learned to saw by watching people build huts. But this individual was 100% wild, not trained or rewarded, proving she picked up the skill on her own. It's a strikingly human-like scene. The concentration on her face as she saws, and the purposeful way she handles the tool show the ingenuity apes share with us. In South Korea, an Asian elephant named Koshik shocked researchers by imitating human speech. Koshik can say 5 Korean words, including hello, annyeong, sit down, anja, and good, choa, by sticking his trunk in his mouth and modulating sound. Incredibly, native Korean listeners understand his words clearly. How does he do it? By controlling his vocal tract with his trunk, Koshik can match the pitch and timbre of human voices, essentially talking in a croaky elephant accent. Scientists studying him say this reveals elephants' surprising capacity for vocal learning and social bonding. He only had human trainers for years, so he picked up their language to bond. Hearing a massive elephant gently chirp out a word like annyeong and respond when his trainer says it back truly feels like something out of a Disney movie, yet it's real science. Crows are brilliant problem solvers, and one New Caledonian crow proved it by solving an elaborate 8-step puzzle designed by scientists. In a BBC experiment, the crow, nicknamed 007, had to use one tool to get another tool in sequence across multiple challenges, sort of like an avian escape room. The puzzle involved 8 separate stages where the bird had to figure out, for example, how to use a short stick to get a longer stick, then use that to retrieve stones, then drop the stones to release food, in the correct order. Amazingly, the crow completed the entire sequence on its first try, with almost no mistakes. This feat demonstrates advanced reasoning called meta-tool use, using one tool to acquire another, which was once thought to be a mostly human skill. Crows in the wild already use and even make tools from sticks and wire hooks, but watching 007 calmly strategize through a complex puzzle highlights a human-like intelligence at work. It's a mind-blower that will forever change how you see the term bird brain. If an ape building a campfire sounds like pure fiction, meet Kanzi, a bonobo who not only gathers firewood, but strikes matches to light a fire and then cooks on it. At a primate research sanctuary in Iowa, Kanzi learned this skill by watching human caretakers. In a stunning video, he breaks twigs, assembles a brush pile, ignites a match, and lets the flames grow. Then Kanzi casually places marshmallows on a stick and roasts them over his campfire, patiently turning them until golden brown. He's even been filmed grilling hamburgers on a pan over the fire, like a backyard chef. And when he's done, ever the responsible camper, Kanzi pours water to extinguish the flames. This isn't just a cute trick. Kanzi understands over 3,000 spoken English words and uses a symbol keyboard to communicate hundreds of words himself. His fire-making prowess, though, is the most visual proof that some apes share our knack for cooking and tool use. Watching Kanzi blow on kindling and tend a fire with focus is watching our distant ancestors' skills in action. Perhaps the most famous talking animal was Koko the gorilla, who mastered American Sign Language. Taught by psychologist Penny Patterson from a young age, Koko learned over 1,000 signs and could understand about 2,000 spoken English words. She didn't just sign basic words. Koko formed sentences, joked, and expressed emotions in ways that melted the hearts of millions. For example, when asked where gorillas go after death, Koko signed "comfortable hole by," showing a depth of thought that astonished researchers. She also demonstrated empathy and love. Koko famously asked for a pet kitten, gently cared for it, and mourned it when it died, signing "sad" with a slumped posture. Her human-like emotions and intelligence were featured in numerous documentaries. Though some debate the extent of her language ability, there's no doubt Koko forged a true dialogue between species. Seeing her sign words like love or watching her laugh at a joke gives a profound glimpse into the mind of another intelligent species. In Western Australia, wild bottlenose dolphins have been observed using marine sponges as tools, a trick to make hunting easier. These sponging dolphins will detach a large sea sponge and wear it on their snout like a glove, then sweep along the seafloor, stirring up hidden fish. The sponge protects their sensitive noses from sharp rocks and stinging critters as they forage, essentially a dolphin version of wearing protective gear. This behavior is not innate. It's learned and culturally transmitted from mother to calf over years. Only about 5% of the dolphins in the Shark Bay population do it, showing it's a special skill. And those who master it become very efficient hunters. It's amazing to realize these wild dolphins have their own little tool-using workshops under the sea, passing down knowledge to the next generation, much like humans do. Underwater footage shows a clever dolphin deftly carrying a sponge on its nose as it probes the sand, a scene that could be out of a marine spy film. Sea otters don't just float around looking cute. They use tools too, in a very handy or pawry way. An otter dining on clams or mussels will swim on its back with a rock on its belly, then smash the shellfish against the rock anvil to crack it open. With dexterous paw work, the otter pounds away like a little chef with a mallet, breaking into its meal. Sometimes they even carry their favorite rock tucked in underarm pockets of skin when not in use. This behavior is a hallmark of sea otters and is strikingly human-like, essentially using a hammer and anvil to process food. Observers have heard the rhythmic tap, tap, tap as otters shell smack at the surface. Archaeologists have even found otter anvils, stones with distinctive wear, on shorelines, evidence these marine mammals have been at this craft for generations. It's a fascinating example of convergent evolution. Otters evolved their own seafood cracking toolkit long before humans ever picked up a mallet to shuck oysters. Elephants are renowned for their empathy, and there are moving videos of elephants behaving in ways eerily similar to human funeral rituals. In one remarkable case from Kenya, researchers recorded several different elephant families visiting the body of a deceased matriarch named Victoria. The footage shows adult elephants from her family and others gently touching her bones with their trunks, standing quietly as if paying respects. Her own family was visibly agitated and tried to lift her, not wanting to leave her side. Elephants have been seen to linger around their dead, occasionally rocking back and forth or standing vigil in silence. They even distinguish elephant skulls from other species' bones and show special interest in them. Scientists describe it as a fascination with death and evidence of deep social bonds, behavior not driven by survival, but by emotion. It's hard not to see grief in their actions. These poignant scenes of elephants appearing to mourn remind us that the capacity for love and loss is not uniquely human. Who says dancing is a human thing? Meet Snowball, a sulfur-crested cockatoo who has shown the world that birds can boogie. Snowball became a YouTube sensation for his uncanny ability to dance in perfect sync to music. No training, just joy. Play him a pop song like Queen's Another One Bites the Dust, or Cyndi Lauper's Girls Just Want to Have Fun, and he bounces, headbangs, and sways exactly on beat. Even more impressively, scientific studies found Snowball has a repertoire of 14 distinct dance moves that he switches up, sometimes spontaneously inventing new steps. He'll vogue with a foot in the air, headbang with impressive crest-flaring style, and do body rolls, all for his own amusement. Researchers were astonished to discover this complex, creative choreography in a bird, concluding that dancing to a rhythm isn't uniquely human at all. Snowball dances because he enjoys it, showing a fun-loving social side of animal intelligence. Watching him groove out with better rhythm than most of us is both hilarious and profound. It's a pet cockatoo channeling pure musical instinct, reminding us that feeling the beat is a universal joy. We hope these clips sparked your sense of wonder and perhaps a deeper respect for our fellow animals who, in their own incredible ways, remind us of ourselves. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing animal stories.